Modern Warfare 2 has a very dark secret. A secret that lurks behind its flashy graphics, gameplay, and cosmetics. Something that no one talks about. And it's all designed to fool you into opening up your wallets so the greedy hand of Activision can run away with your well-earned money. Dopamine is the very chemical in your brain that is responsible for the joy you feel when being rewarded. What many don't know is that Activision manipulates these reward systems through its predatory use of engagement-optimized matchmaking. The exact use of this system isn't necessarily bad. In fact, almost every game you play will implement certain mechanics to trigger the release of dopamine within your brain. In Call of Duty's case, it can be everything from exciting sounds and flashy pop-ups when you level up, win a match, or unlock new in-game items. But the way these mechanics are implemented has shifted in the past couple of years, and not for the better. With the evolution of computer processing power and artificial intelligence, I'm sure it will come as no surprise that Activision use them in their favour, perhaps to the detriment of your experience. SBMM, or for proper term EOMM, is the driving force behind these systems that exploit the natural reward system of players, in hopes that they will provide monetary gain for the corporate greed that defines Activision. In pursuit of monetary gain, Activision have recently improved upon their algorithms that define your experience. Engagement-optimized matchmaking is a topic that has caused quite the controversy and divided the Call of Duty community. The release of Modern Warfare 2 has revealed the true extent of this system. With the dials being turned up to the maximum, the overall experience has suffered, which, ironically, is the opposite result of its intended use case. The goal of EOMM is to pair players in order to maximize the overall player engagement, or equivalently, minimize the player disengagement. Throughout your play sessions, data is constantly being collected on everything from how often you play, how you perform, and when you decide to quit. All of this is then fed into an algorithm that changes many aspects of the game and the competition you face, which is where this whole topic of player manipulation begins. To best understand just how Call of Duty manipulates its players, we need to take a look at the methods used, which can best be compared to gambling. We have seen the use of these mechanics in previous Call of Duty games with the inclusion of loot boxes for a more blatant example, and it's a system that Activision are very familiar with. These systems, just like traditional gambling, act on the dopamine receptors in the brain when being rewarded, which is why they were so profitable. Loot boxes were ultimately removed from Call of Duty because of the increasing regulations regarding gambling-style systems in games that are easily accessible to minors. The internal systems, however, still remain, just hidden away from plain sight. If you've played a decent amount of Modern Warfare 2, you may have noticed a pattern with its matchmaking. It's usually the case that your experience will start off good, your games will feel fair and balanced, and your performance will be high. Shortly after, however, you will be thrown into some incredibly harsh lobbies where you don't perform as well as you did previously. This usually lasts for around 5 matches, where the game will throw you some bait. Suddenly, you get placed into a lobby where the average skill set is far inferior to yours. You will go back to dominating the lobby, having a really good game, in turn activating the dopamine receptors within your brain, encouraging you to play more for that next rush, where you constantly crave that same great experience you had previously, and the cycle continues. Don't be fooled though, because it's done purposefully, following the pattern of the gambling style systems mentioned earlier on in the video. Whilst you may not be gambling with your money, you are in fact gambling with your time, because ultimately the more time players spend on the game, the higher the chance of purchases being made, and that is all Activision care about. In the eyes of Activision, you are nothing more than a cog in their money printing machine. Modern Warfare 2 is not simply a game that you play, in fact it's a game that plays you. In the past, I have covered many more ways this game takes control and other ways it manipulates you, all in real time, including patents that provide evidence of many of the issues we experience within this game, such as skill-based damage, accuracy, hit detection, audio, networking, just to name a few. All of these systems work together in order to give people the illusion of control, when you are in fact just part of their simulation in which the sole purpose is to lure you into spending money. It's only recently that we are becoming more aware of these malicious systems that are destroying the franchise that we all once loved. As a community, we cannot allow this huge corporation to continue to exploit the success of Call of Duty because ultimately, it's the sole reason we have seen a huge decline in the quality of the final product when it comes to its content and replay value. If something is not done to be more open with the community and address these issues, the future of Call of Duty is one that is destined for failure. Modern Warfare 2's current state has proven that Activision no longer care to make a quality game like they used to many years ago. With Modern Warfare 2 being priced so high just to get your feet wet with this depraved experience, it comes as no surprise that many are choosing to move on from this franchise for good. It's easy to see just how Modern Warfare 2 is manipulating you in the same way gambling does. Controlling when and how dopamine is released is another hidden element of engagement optimized matchmaking, a predatory system that aims to get players addicted to the never-ending cycle because after all, time is money, both of which are being taken from you. This issue is much bigger than Call of Duty. Systems like the ones mentioned in this video will eventually make it into all of your favourite game franchises because other publishers will see the monetary success that it has provided for Activision and implement it within their games, which is why it's so important that we as a community make as much noise as possible surrounding this subject because it's the only way that we will be heard. If enough people decide to act, stop supporting these malicious corporations from ruining gaming, by not buying things like the Battle Pass, bundles in the store, or even the next game entirely, maybe, just maybe, we will see Call of Duty return to the greatness that it once was. But let me know what you think of the current state of Modern Warfare 2. Do you feel like this game is manipulating you with its engagement optimized matchmaking systems? Be sure to let me know down in the comments section. Also, if you are a returning viewer or you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're currently chasing down 3,000 subscribers and it would be great to have you become part of our growing community. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. There is plenty more Modern Warfare 2 content coming your way soon. If you would like to know more about the SBMM and EOMM systems in this game and just how they manipulate your gameplay, you can check out some of the videos on the screen in just a second. Thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.